everyone, it's Anna here. Welcome in my next video. Today I will be creating another project for Fabrika Decoru. I will be using their mixed media products along with some papers and elements to fascicate. I will be using this piece from Believe in Miracle collection. This is the bonus sheet with the elements you can fascicate, and I already fascicated some of the elements, and I will be using them on my layouts. I also have those chipboards from this collection. The flowers are similar, the ones I already fascicated. So I think I will add some of those too, but first I will color them or cover with embossing. I am not sure yet. I will be working with 8 by 8 inches, so it's 20 by 20 centimeters canvas. And I'm going to use this picture of my daughter. I cut it out from the background because the background was dark and not matching the colors I am going to use. And I will be creating a rainbow here using watercolor paper and some fun products from Fabrika Decoru. And I will assemble it later with picture and embellishments, and I will put you on fast forward so you can follow my creative process. I am back. I am starting with sketching the rainbow. I am using A4 size paper because I want my rainbow to be a little bit bigger than the canvas itself. It will be very simple sketch. I want the rainbow that has a very narrow beginning and the widest end, I would say. I am going to create 6 colors in my rainbow. That's why I am creating kind of a lines that will help me to create more or less even parts of the rainbow. So I draw a line, I divided it into the 6 even pieces, and now I am sketching through all of them. It's just a stencil. I will use it to outdraw the same stripes on the watercolor paper. Well, I could do this on the watercolor paper, I think, but I wanted to have every piece of a rainbow separate because I'm going to paint the colors and I don't want them to blend. That's why I am using them as a stencil, stripe by stripe, and I am drawing, outlining it over the watercolor paper. Sorry for my head, I washed my hair apparently. And I have 6 stripes with 6 colors, and I am just sketching the outlines of them one by one. Sketching is ready. I have the outlines, and now I will color them. I will start with the purple color. This color is called, let me check it for you. I have somewhere here. This color is called Purple Crystal, and I'm going to create a very pastel rainbow, so I'm adding a lot of water. This is the magic paint, so it's a kind of a watercolor in powder. You can use it by activating the powder with water. The second color is also a magic paint. The color is called Bright Blue, and it's a very intense blue color. That's why I'm adding a lot of water to dilute it and to create a lighter shade. And I'm not filling my rainbow stripes perfectly. I want the white showing on the edges after I will connect it all together. The green color is watercolor, liquid watercolor paint called, I don't know the name because it's in Ukrainian and I cannot read the letters, but it's kind of a vivid green. And the yellow color is also a magic paint. The color is called Lemon, but it's very kind of a greenish yellow color. That's why I'm adding a little bit of orange. It's a watercolor, a liquid watercolor, and I don't know the color too because it's also in Ukrainian. But I will link you all the products down below so you'll be able to check them. And another color is the orange one. So once again, I'm using liquid watercolor and diluting it with a lot of water because I don't want the intense colors. And for my pink color, I'm going to use, this is a Deco Glaze product. It's not a watercolor. It dries with this shiny surface, but I'm diluting it with a lot of water, so I'm hoping it will look like a watercolor. It's always fun to experiment with what you have and try to create with what you have without buying too much stuff. You can also mix colors to create new shades. This is easy, and it can spread your mixed media products to the very wide range. My watercolors are drying and I'm applying a paint. It's called shimmer paint, Shabby Rose, to my surface. It's basically just a pink glitter in this transparent liquid. So when you cover the surface and it will dry, you will only have this pretty glitter, and it sticks really well. It doesn't fall out. It's a really nice kind of a paint if you like to add shimmer to your projects. And after it's dry, and you have to be sure it's dry because otherwise the stencil will stick to the surface, you can apply texture paste through the stencil. And I am creating kind of a night sky, you know, this kind of a galaxy paint. That's why I am using stars. I don't remember where is the stencil from. And once again, I left it to dry, and the texture paste has to be really, really dry because it will dilute with water and create a nasty, nasty splatters. You can use the heat gun to speed the process, of course, but you have to be careful not heating the texture paste too much because it will otherwise create kind of a bubbles. Sorry, I didn't spoke today yet. And I am creating a night sky, and I am using two of the magic paints I used to paint my rainbow. One color is called Purple Crystal, and the second color is called Indigo. And after I applied the colors to the surface, I left it to dry, not using a heat gun, so it creates those smooth edges, not those sharp edges between colors. And now I am assembling my rainbow. I took a piece of cardboard and I applied a glue over it, and now as you can see I'm trying to connect the stripes once again. You can probably ask why I cut them into stripes at the first place, because you know now I'm trying to connect them. I think it will add a little bit of the texture for the rainbow. It won't be that flat when you glue it down to the project, and I will add more texture, more cardboard stripes to connect it better, but still it won't be connected in every part, so it can move a little bit and create kind of a movement, I would say, texture. Hard to explain it why I did it. I just thought it will look better. And now I'm trimming the texture. I will also add another layers, not texture, cardboard. I will also add more layers of the cardboard to create more dimensional project. And I think I added 4 layers for the rainbow, and now I am adding the same cardboard for the picture. If you watch my videos, you know that I use cardboard instead of 3D foam squares or craft foam or whatever you like to add dimension. It's cheap, and you can cut it into any shape you want. That's why I like it. And I have four layers of cardboard beneath my rainbow, and I have another 4 layers beneath my picture, so it's 8 layers in total when it comes to the thickness of the project. And I have to add this tiny bit of cardboard on the lower part of the picture, because otherwise it will just fall out and it won't be easy to glue it to the project. You have to level the levels. Sorry. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And now I am playing with embellishment. It's time for the fun part. I have those pieces from the collection I previously showed you, and I fussy cut many of them. I will also use chipboard. I will glue them down using 3D foam squares to add more dimension. This is something what I love, especially with the projects that don't have to go into albums. You can go crazy with layers, and I think it looks even better with more layers when it's hanging on the wall. It creates shadows, so it's really like better to look at, I would say. And don't forget to use a very strong adhesive, because when you use let's say 3D foam squares, they tend to unglue when they are hung on the wall. So I usually use hot glue. It works the best, and it glue fast, so you don't have to wait ages between gluing down the layers. Before I will start adding more embellishments, I glued down the rainbow and one of the castles. I'm going to add a title. It will be Life is a Fairy Tale title, and I have this life from a box of crayons, foam thickers. They are covered with this very dark navy glitter, and I am adding a fairy tale using those stickers from Dear Lizzie collection. The last one, it's called Stay Colorful, I think. I will link them down below so you can check them if you want to purchase them. And this fairy tale is covered with this iridescent glitter, and it really sparkles, and it's very pretty, and I really love this font. It's kind of a fairy tale kind of a font. That's why I think it matches my canvas. I will also have to add is A, so I will use another smaller alphabet. I was going to use this from Dear Lizzie, but I am running out of letters, so I used some very light blue Pink Fresh Studio small puffy alphabet, so you can see it right now. And now I am using the same paints I used to create a rainbow to paint my chipboards. You can use watercolors, you can use crayons, you can use Copic markers, whatever you like. I had all those colors on hand already, so I thought I will just use them to color my chipboards, and I was sure that the color will match to my rainbow and to my background, because those are the same colors. And I'm just using hot glue to adhere the elements. Some of them are glued down just flat without 3D foam squares, but some of them have 3D foam squares beneath them too. But I also add a hot glue under the foam squares, because as I said, they tend to stick out, unstick from the project when it's hanging on the wall. And all my elements are glued down. I am finishing the background using the stars and dots from this stickers set by Chimel. I like this darker accent, and I finished my project using sequins in matching colors over the rainbow, so you can see them here. Each stripe has its own color of sequins. And here is the finished product. I had a lot of fun creating it, and I'm very happy how it turned out. I wasn't sure if it's a good idea to create very dark background under my rainbow, because you know rainbows are connected to the sun and blue sky, not to the night sky, but it's a kind of a fairy tale project. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check the description box for details. Bye bye!